Hello everyone, and welcome to Traveling with Francoise Live, coming to you from the Borrego Springs Chamber of Commerce. I am Francoise Rhodes, your host, and it is a hot day, so actually I am going to make my way inside the chamber, and we are going to look at some maps and look at some things and see what's going on in the chamber, talk about some travel tips and more. As I slowly walk up to the door, we are closed on the 5th of July. So hey Gloria, you are watching. I see Gloria's here with me. So that means we are, oh, that's the bell. So we are on live, we are on the Coachella Valley, and then I will switch on over to today's California. There is Mike Hemrick. He's one of our volunteers. He's the Wednesday guy. Hey Mike.
Hello.
Yes, he signed a release. No, just teasing. So when you come into a Chamber of Commerce, and we are a very small community, normally you don't see a beautiful chamber like this. This chamber was donated. I'll show you the plaque by the people, but we have a beautiful chamber here in Borrego Springs. Here's my office. Pretty neat actually. I keep it very neat. So I know right now I'm working on that pile of info right there. We are already decorating for 4th of July. Here's some artwork by a local. Isn't that beautiful? And again, this rack right here is full of all our chamber membership info. Mike's manning the desk, answering the phone. We are live, so should the phone ring, should someone come in, I know I was going just a little too fast there with the camera, we will keep right on going. Now this is I'm gonna show you the table with some items on it, but I'm gonna show you our boardroom over here. We have our big screen television. That beautiful naturescape is on there right now. And you're watching Traveling with Francoise live from the Borrego Springs Chamber of Commerce in Borrego Springs, where it is 195 outside today. So I decided to come inside. Here's our boardroom that's available for our members to use. Again, this is a beautiful chamber, and I will be sharing this on today's California and all the other sites that it goes to. So right now I'm still surprising people. I just pop up online, and here I am. So as we walk through the chamber, it's the front of the chamber out here. I'll take you out and show you. We have our sculptures, our creatures in back, and out front here. I was trying to do a show, if you recall, a while back, and it was windy. Here are one of the famous Ricardo Bracita sculptures, and this is of Juan Bautista de Anza, who actually was the explorer that came through Borrego Springs. And there's Mike. Hey Mike, how are you? Mike knows all about this story. Here's a plaque, 1736 to 1788. This sculpture was, Juan Bautista de Anza was from Spain, appointed by the king there to find a route through California here, up north. So pretty cool. We get a lot of people that come here to take pictures of the sculptures. And here's the front of our chamber. Whew, it's a little warm out here. We just had some beautiful landscaping, but we are in the desert, and that is what we expect. All right, so I'm going to go back into the chamber. I want to show you a little bit of maps. Maps are really in demand right now, so I want to thank you for jumping on board with me here. Here's our Embrace Borrego guide. You've seen me talk about it. So again, I'm coming to you live from the Borrego Springs Chamber of Commerce in Borrego Springs, and I will be sharing this to all the appropriate sites, and before you know it, we'll have a couple thousand views. So hang in there and let's just enjoy. Here's our paper here, the local paper, the Borrego Sun, our thriving plant. And so let me bring you back over here to the table that when our visitors come in, we have them. Of course, we have our donation box. But I talk about maps all the time because people are always looking for maps. There was my finger that you saw. This one here is of the sculptures. A lot of people buy these. This is a laminated book that tells you about a lot of the sculptures here in town. This one here, the Anza Borrego Desert Region, a great book, tells you about your complete guide to the state park and adjacent areas. It also has this map included in the back. Here's another map for all of you SVRs, Ocotillo Wells. You can see Bow Willow area more. And this book here, the Anza Borrego Desert Recreational Mapping Guide, is a great map for hiking in the area. Actually, Volunteer Mike here was the one who pointed that out. So we have that. We have all these for sale. And I will sell them to you online as well if you want. But and we also have our Borrego Springs hats. We have some t-shirts. So we have a lot going here in our chamber. We have a coloring book. This is great for kids because it has, look at this, has all the dinosaurs and stuff. And if you're interested in this, I haven't put them on the website yet, but you can send me an email at visitborrego@gmail.com, and I will tell you what it costs for the shipping, and I'll send you out some. So again, this is coloring book, great gift for kids. We have some t-shirts. We have our registration book. Guests come in. So again, it's a beautiful chamber. We're so lucky to have this here in Borrego Springs for a small community. And we want to thank, as I'm trying to walk slow, Russell and Mary Sheldon. Thanks to them, this building, they donated this building to Borrego Springs. So there's Coachella Valley Live Traveling with Francoise. That must be Craig. Hi, Craig. Yes. So since it is hot outside, I decided to come into the chamber and we're going to talk a little bit about, look at all the books and maps that we have. We have some great items here for our travelers. And why I think this is so interesting is because people say, we have our phones, we don't need all this stuff, we just look on our phone. Well, you would be surprised, I'm not surprised anymore, about how many people come in and they want a map, they want a guide, they want a paper, they want to hold it. We have Downtown History Loop, we have the Borrego Desert Garden, story about Erosion Road on S22, California. Here's some maps of California, 11 unforgettable drives, and all these are free to our visitors that come into the chamber. Everything in the racks is free. So if you think you feel a little funny about going to a visitor center or AAA or whatever and asking for maps, don't be, because people still use maps. They love them. I love them. What could be better than spreading a map out on a table and looking at where you're going to go? So, all right, so just keep that in mind. Don't be shy. Use your maps, have fun with them, put them on the wall, make all these lines on where you've been, and look back and go, wow, geez, I've done a lot of things. I've been a lot of places. All right, hey Brett, how are you? Yes, I'm in Borrego Springs. I'm in the chamber right now because it is so warm outside. And if you go back to the beginning of this video, folks, you will see our creatures outside. And I'm gonna zoom around. I'm gonna actually put the camera back up on my stand here. I'm gonna tighten it down. Right now you get to see Mike standing there waiting for the phone to ring. I'm going to switch it back over to me. Here I am. Hello everybody. Great to have you with us again. I'm Francoise Rhodes, traveling with Francoise, coming to you live from Borrego Springs. It is warm out here, but we've had several visitors in here all morning. We had a new member join us. Yes, David Ripplinger. He's a real estate agent. Just joined. We had people calling about the farmer's market. Borrego Days, which is going to be happening in October 23rd and 24th at Christmas Circle, and that is a chamber-sponsored event. It's going to be a big deal. Craig's going to be here with Coachella Valley. He's going to be videoing all day long. We're going to have videoing everywhere. So there will not be a parade this year because of the band situation and whatnot. We'll bring it back next year. But again, it's going to be a lot of fun. I have a lot of surprises up my sleeve, and we'll see if I can pull them all off. But I think we'll be able to do it, yes. So again, this show will be shared later on after the fact. So if you missed anything, you can go back and watch the beginning. I started out on one side, went to the other side, came back into the chamber because it is really hot outside. It's always interesting when you talk to people how all of a sudden they become producers. And Mike and I were talking. Next thing I know, he's telling me exactly what to do. So hey, you know, I can't think of everything. What can I say? I can't think of it all. All right, so let's talk a little bit about travel. Again, I want to remind you, maps are not dinosaurs. People love maps. Do not feel shy about asking for maps. In any visitor center you go in, any chamber you go in, AAA, ask for a map. Don't be embarrassed. Everybody's using them. Not everybody wants to use their phone. All right, so I've been starting out with a travel tip each time we started the show, something that I think you should know about. And this one, it keeps kind of hitting me in the face as I'm looking through all the info that is going through all my accounts all day long. And this one is about vaccination and cruising. So they say don't expect smooth sailing if you are vaccinated or unvaccinated. They're trying to make it sound like it's all going to be very, very easy for you. Right now, there are a lot of challenges, a lot of steps going on, so definitely you need to do your homework and see what's going on. They say there's going to be a number of restrictions, especially for unvaccinated adults right now. So this tip isn't about being vaccinated or unbeing vaccinated. It's about that right now, everybody's doing something different. Some people are just tossing all that out the window and saying they don't want to lose you as a customer. So again, right now, stepping on a plane, train, bus, cruise ship, because cruise ships are going, don't expect it to be so simple. There's still a lot of confusion. In fact, I am totally confused because yesterday, I put this on my Facebook page, was the day when everyone was supposed to rip off their masks and say, no more masks, I don't have to wear them anymore. And all I've heard about for months is people complaining about wearing their masks. Complain. So I go to the store that says, big sign, you don't need to wear a mask. It's up to you if you're vaccinated, blah, blah, blah. Everyone has a mask on. I go to a department store, same thing. Everyone has a mask on. So it is still very confusing out there. There's a lot of people, they don't know what to do. They say if you are vaccinated and you don't want to wear your mask, good, unless you're at the hospital and on a plane and in some public places. Or if you're unvaccinated, you should be wearing your mask when you go into these places. So anyway, I don't know what you're doing out there. I'm not sure. None of us are sure, but I guess we will all figure it out. But no more anger about people wearing and not wearing and all that sort of stuff. All right, in the travel news, Palm Springs is a hot commodity with airlines as Southwest Airlines announced new daily year-round service to Sacramento, which is very good for us, seasonal daily service to Dallas Love Field and Chicago Midway, and Saturday seasonal service to Portland, Oregon, which is really, really important. We have so many Oregonians going back and forth all the time that don't want to drive. So yes, Palm Springs is getting more and more airline service, so check it out. It's changing rapidly all the time. In fact, there's a lot of people from Borrego Springs, instead of going to San Diego now, they will go to PSP, Palm Springs Airport, and fly out of there. We're getting a lot of non-stop flights going, so that is really good. In fact, one of them, Alaska, is adding a new route, and that's Palm Springs to Austin. It is the only nonstop right now between the heart of the Coachella Valley and the Texas capital, with flights 5 times a week. So again, things are really changing. More flights coming into Palm Springs, especially now that this arena, this 10,000 seat arena is being built. That is going to blow the lid wide open, because people are going to be coming in for the hockey games, for the concerts, for everything going on at that arena. And I drive by it all the time, and I'm watching the progress. So it really is interesting to see how this is going to be developing. So very cool. We'll see what happens to the freeway and the roadways and the inland and outlets getting into the arena. But it's just a big old giant win-win for the Coachella Valley, for the airlines, for the hotels. Anyway. So remember what I said about booking in advance? Don't forget to do that, because they are already out of rental cars, they're already out of RVs, campsites. Right now the industry is low on everything. So definitely book in advance, All right, 4th of July is coming up. Some places are having fireworks, some places are not. Las Vegas is going to have a huge fireworks show. Definitely huge going on in Vegas. I would like to be there. They are asking you to book now because rooms are already selling out fast. So if you want to go to Las Vegas and see 4th of July fireworks, yeah. Oh, yeah. And Craig is saying the Eagles will most likely open the arena in October. That's what they told us. That's what Joe Walsh said. So we won't even need to be going to Vegas. We can just stay right here at home and, and go to our own arena. But yes, it is big news. Vegas, big news for the 4th of July. So definitely, like they're saying, there's booking rooms. The rooms are selling out now. There we are. Okay, here we are. We're back. We're on the phone, or actually my phone was ringing. All right, pandemic proof. U.S. ski areas enjoy one of the busiest seasons ever. The recently completed season attracted 59 million visitors to the slopes, the 5th best figure in the 4+ decades that records have been kept. Hi to our visitors that are in here. So if you just hold on for a few minutes as I'm doing Traveling with Francoise Live. We are live on Facebook. on the Coachella Valley, and we also switch over to Today's California and on Traveling with Francoise as well. So thanks to everybody for tuning in. So again, skiing was all the rage, gigantic out there. It was a big deal. And as you can see right now here in Borrego Springs, even though it is hot, we still have visitors coming into the visitor center, the Chamber Visitor Center, and they still have a lot of things going. Life continues to go on in the desert communities, whether it's hot or not. We just kind of change things up just a little bit. All right, AAA adds a new test to hotel cleanliness evaluations. Yes, AAA Diamond Program properties will be labeled as inspected clean if they pass a test of common surfaces in guest rooms. So they have a new test that they will be labeling on their websites, on the rooms, called Labeled Clean. So everybody is amping it up just a little bit to show you that cleanliness is key. Spain reopens to vaccinated tourists. Yes, Spain has jump-started its summer tourism season, welcoming vaccinated visitors from most countries, and it will be opening their cruise ports. And again, we're going back to the vaccinated, not vaccinated, how this is all going to pan out. I think after a while it'll settle down and we'll see what happens. I am not an expert on it, but we will definitely see what's going on. St. Bart's is reopening to fully vaccinated visitors as well. The measure is effective the same day that France reopens its borders. I know some people that are flying to France next month. I know someone who owns some property there. Actually, I have family members in France, so France is reopening. Now, on the flip side, Texas bans businesses from requiring proof of vaccination. So again, when you are out there traveling, there's going to be a lot of disconnection right now between vaccinated and unvaccinated, who is doing what. So just keep that all in mind and as we go on. And you are watching Traveling with Francoise live from the Borrego Springs Chamber of Commerce. And we do have visitors coming in, so I'm going to have to wrap it up here shortly because Mike can only handle so many people at one time. And we love having our visitors here in the chamber. But I want to leave you with a couple things. The top 5 most fun states to visit in America. Yes, I thought this was really exciting because number 1 is very thrilling. But I'll start with number 5 is Illinois. Number 4 is New York. Number 3 is Nevada. Again, these are the top 5 most fun states to visit in America. Number 2 is Florida. And coming in at number 1 is California. Yay! And I'm a California native, so I love California. With all of its problems, I still love California. So California comes in as the number 1 most fun state in America. The bottom 2, sadly, are 49 at Mississippi, and number 50 is West Virginia. And it is so beautiful there. So the big old ouch for them. Yeah, that's too bad. West Virginia surprised me. I don't know what I was thinking, but anyway. So those are your bottom 2. All right, with that said, I am going to zip on out of here. I want to thank all of my sponsors that are part of Traveling with Francoise and keeping us going, including the Borrego Springs Chamber of Commerce. You all have a great day. Stay cool, drink plenty of water, and remember, please remember this. We love it when our visitors come to the desert, but don't walk into the chamber and say, I'm going on a hike at 1 in the afternoon when it's 110 outside. Don't do it. It's not smart. There are paramedics. We don't want to see the helicopter going and picking you up and taking you somewhere. Use your common sense when you're out there in that heat. It is so important. Thanks to Craig and all that he has going on there with the Coachella Valley in Today's California. I'll be chatting with him soon. So until next time, I'll be back next week, and this will be posted on the website Traveling with Francoise. Have a great one, everyone. Stay cool, and remember, it's never too late to get a life. Bye.